With the Golden State Warriors set to take on the Boston Celtics in Game 1 of the NBA Finals tonight, ESPN's own Stephen A. Smith is not shying away from his hot takes. He recently said this about Steph Curry in regards to his legacy in comparison to LeBron James. He said, I'm willing to say if the Golden State Warriors are going to win 2 out of the next 3 titles. I believe Steph Curry will eclipse LeBron James and capture 5 championships in his career, while LeBron is still stuck on 4. That is what I believe will happen. So a great conversation for the people that tune into this platform. According to Stephen A. Smith, he believes clearly that the Warriors are going to probably win this year and then have a shot at it one of the next 2 years, which I don't believe is a hot take. If you look at this team, not only do the Warriors have the vets that you need to win a championship, most of the championships come from guys at the star level that are above the age of 30, or at least right around it. You also have the young fellas, right? The Jordan Pooles of the world, the Gary Payton IIs of the world. We'll see what they're able to do with his contract this summer. James Wiseman is a very important piece. We will see what the Warriors do with him going forward. Also, we cannot forget about Andrew Wiggins, who's a big piece of the puzzle right now, still a very young guy, relatively speaking. So Stephen A. believes that Steph Curry will end up with 5 championships. Now, let's play a little game here. Let's just say, for the sake of this argument, that Steph Curry gets 5 championships, and let's say Steph wins one of the 2 finals MVPs if the Warriors are able to win championship 4, let's say this year against the Celtics, and then win championship 5 of the next 2 years. Steph gets one of the 2 finals MVPs. So he'll end up with 5 championships and 1 finals MVP. He's notoriously known as the greatest shooter of all time. He has the record for the most three-point makes. That's his legacy. LeBron James is sitting on 4 NBA championships, 4 finals MVPs. He's going to most likely break the scoring record in the regular season currently held by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I'm asking you, whose legacy holds more weight? I'm asking you. I'll tell you my opinion, but I really want to hear from the people. I will still rock out with LeBron James, and here's why. Steph Curry is so difficult to explain. His legacy is very difficult because on face value, you say this guy that shoots the ball better than anybody we've ever seen before. This guy that has been in the finals now 6 times. This guy that plays in a beautiful system in Golden State, the leader of it, clearly the number 1 option on it. If he gets more championships than LeBron, should he not be considered better than LeBron? I just don't think it's that simple if you've watched the games. Too many times during the Steph Curry era, Steph Curry has been able to have good, not great games, and his Golden State Warriors team has been able to beat whomever's been in front of them. You've needed Steph Curry to be great in the NBA playoffs, maybe 33 to 40% of the time? While what I've seen from LeBron James is pretty much every game LeBron has won in his postseason career, he's been at least good, more times than not great. Obviously, the Dallas finals run was about 3 bad games, like bad games from LeBron James back the first time around in Miami. He got to the finals back in 2011, 2012-ish. That was a bad one. But other than that, LeBron rarely has had bad games in the playoffs. And by the way, he's been expected to do it on both ends of the court more times than not in his career. So we're playing a dangerous game here. If you're going to argue that Steph Curry played is smarter than LeBron, I'll give you that. It goes back to a video that I dropped a few days ago in which I said, it is going to be tough to talk about the game of basketball 20, 30 years down the line and just say this was the LeBron James era. I can't do that. I will say that this was the LeBron James / Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Steve Kerr era, because the Warriors have been just as dominant, assuming that they beat the Celtics this year, as LeBron has been. 4 championships to 4 championships. That's where we are. So if you want to say that Steph Curry sticking it out with the Golden State Warriors was just a smarter career move, a bolder career move than LeBron James, who, look, he typically gives all the teams that he plays for, you got 3-4 years. If I don't like where it's going, I'm out. He did that in Miami. He did that going back to Cleveland second time around. And right now in L.A., it looks like if not for what Hollywood provides LeBron James, he could potentially have wanted to exit stage left from the Lakers. But it's Hollywood. I believe wifey, the kids are settled. You know, the kids are in the high school realm. They're playing, you know, basketball at an elite level security in the California area. I'm not 100% sure LeBron would like to make a change like that at this juncture in his career. He's going to pass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in a Laker uniform. I don't know if LeBron really wants to start this thing over again. But I got to be real. I do think about Steph staying with the Warriors even during the hard times, meaning a couple years ago when Curry could have theoretically saw Klay Thompson, his backcourt may go down with injury, see Kevin Durant leave, and theoretically Steph could have said, yo, I've given Golden State everything I got. I want to try something else. Can y'all let me out? I want to go somewhere else. That's what LeBron would have did in that moment, right? That's pretty much the same premise of what LeBron did in Miami. I wonder if LeBron James look at his tenure in Miami. I want to stick with Miami. We obviously know Dan Gilbert in Cleveland. It didn't work out. LeBron went to Cleveland to finish some business. He saw a young up-and-coming talent in Kyrie Irving. He saw an opportunity to get Kevin Love for Andrew Wiggins, and he saw an opportunity to right a wrong that he believed to be when he left the Cleveland Cavaliers and took his talent to South Beach. We know Cleveland wasn't a place from an ownership level and a player's place where LeBron believed in Dan Gilbert and company, right? That was just something that was made sense for LeBron James, the business at the time, and on the basketball court. But the Miami one is the one that sticks out to me, right? I do want to hold there with the Miami one. I wonder, does LeBron James look back at that Miami Heat team ran by Pat Riley at VP and think to himself, should I have given this another couple of years? Should I? If you remember back around 2013, 2014 when LeBron left Miami, they were done. The Spurs had just kicked their butt in the finals. Dwayne Wade was on his last legs. And little did we know in the next couple of years, Chris Bosh's career would be cut short due to blood clots. We didn't know that then, but that's what ended up happening. But Miami is a very well-ran franchise. And I just wonder, if LeBron would have given Pat Riley an opportunity to rebuild that thing. Would D. Wade have taken a pay cut? Chris Bosh ended up getting a big contract, but yeah, that was because LeBron left. They gave him a little more money than they would have given him if LeBron likely stayed. I just wonder if LeBron wishes he would have did it the Steph Curry route and stayed around and trusted in that one organization through some bad times. I'm never mad at LeBron for doing it his route. He's like, yo, if y'all not taking care of business, if y'all not putting a team around me that gives me a chance to win, I'm bouncing. But we have seen other great players like the Kobe Bryants of the world, the Steph Currys of the world, the Michael Jordans of the world, stick through some tough times at different junctures in their careers. Michael Jordan a little less. He was so great. When he started winning, he won. But I just wonder, does LeBron look back on his career and say, man, that one championship in Cleveland was my defining moment. But if I were to have stayed in Miami, maybe, just maybe, I'm able to maybe get 2 rings before, just trust Miami and maybe get 2 rings in that like 4 to 5 year window that he went back to Cleveland, that 3 to 4 year window that he went back to Cleveland versus only getting the 1 with the Cavs, which obviously means a lot to LeBron. But if he were able to get 2 more rings in Miami, we're talking about a guy that already had 4 rings even before the opportunity to LA would have even existed. Should LeBron have stuck it out with Miami, I guess is the only thought process I wonder that runs through LeBron's mind as he watches Steph Curry stick it out with one organization and seemingly is about to be rewarded with another little run here, according to Stephen A. Smith, a run that will end up with him having more rings than a LeBron James in the next couple years.